Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is there. Welcome. Who have we got in the chat? Jay, Mace Sound, name unknown, Lotmo Crypto, Cientio, Jan, Nicholas, King, Young Super, Douglas, and other people as well. And Venerio, LSEO, P, Mark, Ottoman, Liquid, Mikey P. Okay, that's enough of the hellos. Cool. How are we doing, everyone? I hope everyone is doing very well. You guys are a bad influence, like officially a bad influence on me. Every time I start the stream, we're pumping recently. This is nice. But yeah, anyway, you guys are a bad influence because you got me like in a going out mood last night. Well, actually, the football did because the football was kind of boring. So I decided to go out. I didn't get back home till very late, so I was starting a little bit late today. But I'm doing good. I am doing good, and yeah, ready for some more trading action as always. So for myself, at the moment, I don't see. I'd like to find a potential short opportunity, and that's kind of what I'm eyeing up at the moment. The fact that we've held along this daily open is kind of nice for myself, so I'm happy with that. I need to put the daily VWAP back on here. So this is something that I'm looking at as, here we go, we're about to come into the VWAP. A potential scalp opportunity as we come up into that, but it's not really high enough for me. I preferred this morning when we were looking at the VWAP being slightly higher, and I was hoping to get a move up into, say, previous day VWAP close. No, sorry, the Asia session VWAP close and the Asia session point of control up there, basically at 24k. So yeah, was looking for a move up to 24k, and then to see if it can lose the daily open and start to bring us back down again towards that monthly level. I don't think we are, like, we're certainly not looking at this as a huge breakout yet. It was a very nice move up that we had following the live stream yesterday and following the FOMC stuff yesterday. So it was a pretty decent move up that we did get. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get into that long on Bitcoin, but I was long from the lows anyway. So managing to kind of ride that one up and yeah, as a scalp trade, and then just closing that as we came back into the weekly open, and then decided that yeah, I was just going to watch the football and chill out for the rest of the evening. So missed the rest of this move up. Haven't taken a long from daily open because it's a little bit high for me. But yeah, if we can get a short from 24k, I do want to see this rise a little bit higher. Ideally, just take out. If we just bring on the sessions here, if it's going to load, are we gonna? Is it going to do it? 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 There we go. So we're looking at the overnight session. In fact, potentially even this here is showing the VWAP for that Asia the POC for that Asia session here. So we do have a possible scalp short here on Bitcoin, but for myself, I would much rather see this go higher to get into shorts, because I mean, it's very, like, we're only just past the 382. So at least kind of the midway point of this going up towards the 618. So that's why I ideally wanted to see price come up towards 24k before looking for those short positions again. So yeah, that is basically what I am looking at the moment. But hey, local resistance right now. We are at the VWAP and we are at the Asia point of control at the moment. What's P going on about this risk free? Okay, I'm short from 24 to 64, took some profit already, so it's risk free at the moment. I get what you mean from that, but yeah, the risk is losing out on more profit. I think that's what P's trying to say. So, but that's a nice short. 24,264. Whoa, that's like right at the, wow. Nice. Nice. Yeah, good little trade that. Cool. What else do we have to look at? Is there anything that I need to be doing here? Do I have any positions? I mean, I am long. It's a small position size. Bear with me. Because, yeah, the long that I got into yesterday, I thought I'd closed out that, but I still do have a little bit more of it left. So I did take profit 50%. 22,958 long from there. So that's from down here. I'm not going to close that at this stage. I'm okay. I'm okay. Let's see if we can go a little bit higher. But yeah, 22,958. So that was as we had the drop, and then we started to get the rise back up. I then took the long position, thinking, okay, there's your invalidation at the lows, and let's see if we can ride this up. So yeah, very nice, really nice. I'm also still aware that we could SFP these highs because we haven't hit the weekly level. So we did front run that slightly. So if we are looking at this, there is your weekly level. Okay, we didn't quite hit it. Close enough to say that that's been hit, but we didn't quite hit it. And the thing was with this is we, beyond there, like if we get past that weekly, if we get past 24,300, there really is nothing to stop this going up to 30K. So you do have to be careful if you're in these short positions. And this is what we were talking about yesterday. You can't underestimate the power of like one of these early new market cycle moves. This can continue. And yes, we are building bearish divergence here. Look, if we're looking at the 4 hour, you can see 1, 2, 3 instances here. 1, 2, well, this is like 4 separate highs, but this one not really counting as just a little wick up. But triple bearish divergence on this, and we can even take this all the way back over here. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically. So just continuous loss of momentum. But in the same way, you're holding above that 50 on this. I'm not a big RSI guy, but I do pay attention when you do start to see it on the 4 hour time frame, especially when it's this prolonged. And we're starting to get this like expanding kind of megaphone type thing playing out here, and almost like equal lows down at the lows. So we have to be aware that this is very high up. Price is very, very high up at the moment. Short positions are something that you do just naturally have to be looking for, and they could be swing shorts. But also just be careful, because if this does get another impulse up, it could very quickly take us up to 30K. And then we're looking at doing a similar thing again there. So yeah. Have a look at some altcoins as well. Where am I? I'm doing the standing desk, but I'm like, I have no sort of hard floor in it. It makes my feet ache. What else can we look at? Let's have a look at the S&P. So the ES as well, really, really nice move up last night. So this is the other one, the other trade I was able to get into yesterday. So this is a big move. So as we were looking for that move down into the 618 of the previous day and into the POC, long position from there, and just went kind of completely nuts after that, and is continuing to push higher. So we are going to have, again, a possible breakaway gap on this. So we're looking at 4,160 on here. No, we're okay. I guess it's not going to gap up too much. Yeah, the S&P looking strong still today. And the other thing as well, like we're beyond now. We're beyond the 50% mark of like all of last year's down, like big bear market. We're halfway back towards all-time high again now, which is crazy. I do have some comfy slippers. I think they're downstairs. I might put them on. I might just go and get them. I normally wear my comfy slippers, or I just sit down. They're very comfy. I'm going to go get them. You make me want to put them on now. Hold on. Back in a second. Much better. I feel comfy now. My tootsies are cozy. DXY. So let's talk more about this as well. So we did finally come down and take out those major lows from May last year on the DXY. And that starts to take us into, again, a potential area for a substantial bounce. But you got to reclaim this, get back inside the range, and then we can be looking at a big rally on the DXY, potentially all the way back up to here. But we still got to trade the trend that we're in on the markets, which is dollar down and risk assets up. Oh my God. I'm out of breath just from like literally just running up and down the stairs. King, thank you for the tip. What is that? Can you look at Hex USDC again? Okay. I guess I've got to. I do not like Hex. USDC. I'm not going to look at it on USDC. I'm going to look at it on USDT. No, okay, I'll look at it on USDC. This one? So I drew this box, didn't I? Was this from looking at log? And we were looking, yeah, we were just looking back here. How did he get in at 16? 0.016. I guess it must have gone lower on some exchanges because it's very illiquid. But yeah, I mean, what can we say about something like this? Honestly, what's the volume like? It's not really traded on anything properly though, is it? There, you got spot. Is there a good USDT? Yeah. Volume. There's not really like a big pickup in volume off of this. Is this still I don't know. If we're looking at potential resistance from this, it's still very early on, isn't it? So the range, we'd probably pull it from around about there. Your POC and everything's down the bottom, but there's such low volume. We've just taken out this high, which is a kind of a break of market structure from that, just at least locally. Because low, come back up, make a high, low, break through there, low SFP, high volume node here, although there's not much volume anyway. Your weekly is at your value area high. It's very difficult to really say like yeah, I need to, it was tipped, so I've got to I got to have a look at it, but there's not much I can say about this because this goes for a lot of the assets that are very low volume, low liquidity. It's just I kind of, everything's like in this new phase of the market, slight, not price discovery because we're still very low down, but you just, until the market turns and until Bitcoin turns and starts to fall back down, until we get that dollar bouncing, everything is likely just to continue moving up. There isn't much chance of like major pullbacks across anything at the moment. So if you're holding positions, just keep them going for now until until everything else turns, I guess. Like look to the major assets. As long as Bitcoin's healthy and as long as the big assets are healthy and as long as the S&P is moving up, the altcoins are going to continue to run, and they're basically in a price discovery new phase of the market stage at the moment. So Yeah, that's that. Can we talk about order flow? Yes, of course. We do have. The market's already opened. So I wasted all that time looking at looking at Hex, and we have gapped up. Will I keep APT running? Yeah, my target for that is higher than we are at the moment. So let's just pull this down. You got to say on the ES, the target will be the high that we put in December. The SPX is already through that. I wonder if we're looking at like a 1-to-1 from, I know you got a couple within there, but boom, 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 takes you up all the way up there, 4215. So I'm going to look at order flow in a minute. I'm just, because we've just started. Let me just remove all of these because we don't need all of this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just looking at that, aren't we? There's your high. And we're just looking for a potential SFP off of there. Sorry, what I meant is, will you keep it running after the target along with the trend? No. So the thing is, when it's a trade, like obviously I'm holding spot Aptos, and I'm prepared to let that continue riding. But as a trade, if we do come up to that 1.618, the log one up here, taking out these highs to $21.50, just get above $21. At that stage, that's like, yeah, plenty for me. But right now we're at that POC, so this is a take profit for me from the from the long that was at the lows, the one that I got stopped out on and then had to re-enter. But yeah, as a trade, I wouldn't continue to hold if we do come up there. I'm seeing how it goes for now. Like the fact that we're just holding around that POC is okay, and the whole market still looks generally pretty good. So yeah, gold looks like it's going to stall out. I need to update some of these charts. Yeah, gold is pulling back up into the 786, and this little daily block here. You'd want to see it go a little bit higher up to like there. Traded through all of that. I mean, gold is insane. Like it's yeah, it's just crazy that from that long. I mean, all we were waiting for this for such a long time on gold. Like back in, this was months, wasn't it? And price was just coming down, coming down, and then 3 opportunities to take those longs on gold, and the bounce that it's been, like 20% up in just a couple of months, which for gold is crazy move. No volume on this one. Would it be a good idea now to take USD out and place it back into our local currencies? I'd say probably the other way around, right? because all the local currencies like the pound, the euro have had a decent bounce. The dollar having taken low, so the dollar has a good opportunity to rally. So you almost want to be going back into dollars and out of like the euro and stuff. We had that euro coming down into parity. That was the time when you had euro going below $1. That was the time to be buying your euros. You're now up 10% on that. So from currency terms, that's a lot. So you're up a lot in that already. So to be up 10% against the dollar by moving into local currency towards the end of last year is, yeah, pretty substantial. So I'd say no, it's the other way around. You would want to be going, or at least, consider going back into dollars now. And then if we do start to lose this significantly, look, already today, we're back above that low. So yes, we did have a close below there. We opened below. It's not like a SFP type thing, but if we're looking on the macro and we get this wick down and the close back above, especially if we're above that weekly level on the dollar here, you'd have to say that that is a decent low that got put in. So there's your weekly. We were looking at this whole zone as being decent support. We can remove that off of here now. Let's keep that 2017 high there. But yeah, dollar coming into some resistance here. So it'll be interesting. I think this is going to be quite pivotable. I always get pivotal mixed up on here. I've done that before, like got my word muddled up when I say pivotable. Quite important where we are right now. So are we looking at this as a bearish like back test and then we're going to continue lower on the dollar, in which case we're looking down at like really quite significantly lower targets here, probably looking down towards 98, 99. I think that's what we spoke about previously. However, if you can get that close back above the weekly, that gets you back into this range that sets up for that like SFP off of taking these lows, which is what we've been talking about for such a long time, then we can rally, or well, it can rally, and we're looking at a move back up towards that 110 again. I'm going to talk about order flow because someone asked for that. I haven't been looking at it much recently. Oh. If dollar rallies, I mean, Bitcoin's going to pull back. Just by how much, we don't know. But even if dollar rallies, it's probably going to hang out around the lows for a while. So even if the DXY just stays relatively stable for a few weeks, a month or so, there's that could be plenty of time to take Bitcoin all the way up to like 30K before we're looking at those bigger pullbacks. So yeah, early days, we've only just taken out the lows. And if you let's look at gold as an example, because when we were looking at gold doing a very similar thing, okay, hitting the weekly level, taking out all of these lows that it had put in over the past couple of years, you were down there within that range for a month, 28 days. So for something that moves fairly slowly, like gold or like the dollar index, there's absolutely no reason why we can't stay within this little range down here for another month. Maybe that 2017 high becomes quite important. This high from March 20, the COVID one, so just before we got that COVID crash. So we'll be aware of this one as well. So these are going to be acting as resistance on the way back up. and then you continue to play that range. But yeah, at the moment we're heading into that weekly level. That was the support that was holding the dollar up for a while, dropping below that like yesterday. Is it going to reclaim? And then we're looking back up towards taking these highs, which is where the alert is. And then you're probably looking it back down within the range again. So yeah, absolutely no reason to be thinking like this is just going to start ripping higher and everything is going to pull back. There's still plenty of time for markets to continue up. Yeah, big rejection off of the VWAP then, and that point of control. What would you look at for? I like the look of that monthly. So coming back to the monthly level again. If this does start to pull back significantly. Previous day view up closing coming. That's where your weekly view up is as well, and the monthly level. So yeah, if we do get, I do like the look of it down there. We're going to get a back test of this daily open because this could actually provide another short. Did anyone go short off the VWAP? It's annoying. I was hoping we would just push through slightly higher off of that, but hey, we need the confluence there. Golden pocket from yesterday's impulse. Yes. Yeah, that's where I've drawn that from. See, this is where I would consider getting aggressive. So if we do start to get some longs opening back into that daily open and it starts to hold here, are we looking at that as just a back test? A lot of shorts opening up into it though. Did that happened when I was looking at Hex? This is because that's what we were talking about, was taking out those highs. We'd just come into it. I must have just been looking at Hex at that time, wasting time. Thanks to the tip, and missed it. Oh, yeah. Shorted magic too. Good. What are the rest of these altcoins doing? APT's holding up okay. With warm. It's heating on. Sorry, my heaters are turned on, and it was starting to get really warm. So I've just put the AC back on. So we're back into, oh my god, okay, where is this? My brain is not functioning today. I want to short this. Having just broken down, but I want to see what... If we've just had a gap fill. No. What's wrecked? What are we waiting on? I don't even know. My brain's just tired today. See, that's the kind of idea coming back into that little order block. But the VWAP was the better trade. I missed it. I'm looking at Hex. Any commodities I'm looking at? No. I'm trading altcoins a lot. I'm really enjoying altcoins. So should we do some altcoin trading? And we'll just let Bitcoin do its thing. Because those I have been enjoying a lot more. We'll stick the alerts on here. I think overall, like we've had that rise. It would have been nice to have come up to 24k, got the short there. But that's plenty enough. What we just did as a quick little pre New York Open pump, induced long positions. Then we start to break down. So I would say at this stage we're probably looking at a move down towards the monthly. Also, if anyone's not aware, ALBT, which is one of the holdings I had on my challenge account, on like my spot low cap challenge account thing, they had a hack, like a major hack yesterday or earlier on today or overnight or sometime. So they've removed the token and all liquidity off of all exchanges. So I'm kind of writing that off as a complete loss at the moment for ALBT. I mentioned this in the Discord earlier, but I had already taken profit. So if we do look at where this was, so I'm just going to cover this in case there is anyone else that's holding. This is the only chart I think that's still, really around. So having bought in, it was like 0.45 cents or something around there. We did get that move up, which was like up to 95 cents or 9.5 cents, where I took profit and sold half, and that took out the initial investment. So even if I've lost this or when it goes to zero at this stage, it's like basically break even. But yeah, kind of crazy because I thought, well, I think it still is a pretty decent project, and they are going to airdrop new tokens. They're going to release a new token. They're going to make everyone whole again, apparently. But yeah, major hack. Crypto's kind of crazy. Matic. Let's have a look at Matic. Let's restart on this and see where we're at. Nice. Oh, nice. Has this got... Oh, this could be quite a nice short, actually, because you've got a decent invalidation off of this. Very similar to what Bitcoin's doing at the moment. Like we're up towards like the highs of where there was a previous range. So if you're looking at short from the daily, invalidation, if you come and take out the highs and then basically look to trade that back down, we've got a nice... So this gap here around the 4 hour. So move back down towards around here, back down to $1. That's a nice even number. And then again lower. All of this is okay. You'd be looking back down like 80 cents. That's the weekly AB up there. So let's look at this from a lower time frames. We have already come into those highs. Yeah, I mean, matic, you'd have to say the short is the best play, and then you've got a couple of good take profit levels on the way down. If we're looking at like an anchored VWAP or something from the low when we start to impulse up, that's been acting quite nicely. And then we pull back, take out these lows. So you're somewhere around there. Like even just to take out those lows, come back in to where we were previously, and then start to see if there's a downtrend forms off of this. But as a single trade, you're okay there. Locally, I mean, really nice opportunity. You had the SFPF of the highs there. You've come back in fairly close to the 618. Yeah. I'm not going to take a short on this now, but that was nice. There's probably a lot of stuff. Manuel, yeah, I am. I had a couple of, well, I'd had a few beers yesterday, and I just like changed my nickname on there, or gave myself a nickname on there. What should I change it to today? I can keep switching it off, keep people guessing which is the account. Yeah, I mean, matic is a good. The thing is, to look for swing shorts here is difficult because the whole market's still very bullish, and you'd want to start it off with like a scalp, which would have been off of the daily. Because even now, like we could just come back into that 30-minute OB, get a bounce there, and then you're starting to lose structure at that point and look for a pullback there. I actually probably need to close out of any longs that I've still got running here because I do think that we're gonna, yeah, okay, cool. So we are starting to pull back. What longs do I have on the go? I mean, Aptos is okay. I don't really need to continue managing that. Where it's actually holding really nicely here. What other positions do I have? I was short Gala. So I did take a short on Gala earlier on. So that was I'd been wanting to do this for a while. So as we came up and took that high, once we started to lose that again, there was nice confluence here with basically as you start to impulse down from this, you're basically just coming back up in to like back test what it was holding, and then you start to lose those levels, blah blah blah. Come and get a bounce. We got, was it golden pocket as well? Yeah. So I am short on Gala at the moment, so I'm going to continue to hold that because that looks good. And for this, I mean, you're basically looking just to start taking out a lot of these lows that were put in. What am I trying to do? I want a line. There we go. Probably draw that as quite a nice channel, like upsloping channel. Down there. Looking at it from there. Midpoint's okay. Yeah, and you're not going to sustain that for that long, are you? So yeah, Gala's another nice one, and I've just been looking to take out just hit all of these stops, just take out as much of this as you can. And then we're looking at support down there if we do start to get a bigger pullback. But even at this stage, just take profit here, come down to the lows, bounce, and then you start to potentially start trading a downtrend from this. FTM, I was looking for a short, never happened. So that can come off of here. Previous day value area high hit. Yeah. I didn't even see what that guy was saying. So it's okay, P. You acted quick enough. What what were the comments from that Martin guy? Three comments deleted. Can I look at dot? Yes, sure. Spammers. Fair enough. Wasn't sure if he was trying to insult me for my being like, oh yeah, shit trader. It was a doge shitter. Oh, right, yeah. How's doge doing? Down significantly. Good show. You're down. What order flow confirmations do you look for when entering scalps? So what I'm basically looking for, we do have, so we'll go for the stuff that is the obvious. And we'll find some examples on here. Not really many examples on here. Do I want to go over that? Yeah, okay. People are asking for it. Today's not the day for me to talk about order flow confirmations. I'm not going to explain it very well at all. So anyone that's in the crew, you'll know about the trap value area. Now that's a good thing. I like to see volume trapped within either the low if you're taking a scalp long or the high if you're taking a scalp short. So you want to see the volume centered around those lows or those highs. You want to see excess and you want to see imbalance. So actually from that high there, the one that took out, the one that gave us the low SFP that we were looking for, but someone got me looking at hex. The fact that you've got imbalances up there at the top with longs opening into that, it wasn't much actually in that instance, but longs started to open just afterwards. That for me looks nice. So just from like a simple pattern recognition, you're getting those imbalances at the top. You do have almost trap value area as you're coming into that. So the candle did close red. All of your volume was at the top of that, so showing that there was a clear rejection off of there with a little SFP. So that was a decent would have been a decent confirmation. And then for myself, I look to get back in. So for some, candle close is enough and you just enter there with an invalidation up at the high. For myself, I always look to get back in at where the wick was. So what I often like to do when I see something like this, let's say, okay, we knew it VWAP, we knew that was getting a rejection at that stage. We also had the point of control from the Asia session there. So there was enough confirmation there already, enough confluence there to be looking for a short position. And then, yeah, I want to find entries within that wick space. So as price comes back into there, that's where you can start building those short positions. You got some bearish CVD on that. Minimal, okay, minimal. But it's still there. So you did get longs opening up into resistance. That could have been the opportunity there to take the short position. Nice tight stop on that. Be aware that you could still kind of spike up, get a little sweep of the highs, whatever. And then, yeah, you're looking to trade that back down. And then for the flip side, I don't think we've put in a good low. at the moment. So you've not really got the imbalances, the shorts coming in down at the low. There's a decent amount, but I would say this is probably likely to bounce back into around about the daily open, and then we're going to continue to take out that low again later on. So the high that we put up there was decent. The low that we've got at the moment, not. So kind of confident that we've put in a better high than we have a low right now. But yeah, to get a bounce from this, having where are we? Where are we from the chart? Yeah, I guess we just hit into a load of stops, and actually, where we've come down into is a pretty decent level. So just simply by taking out this, good pullback. But yeah, I do think we were likely to go lower today. LK Tammy Trader. What platform is this? So this is chat disconnected. Is my internet okay? I hope so. Yeah, this is ExoCharts. So I'll show you guys. So again, if you're new to the channel as well, this is a good opportunity for me to do this. Wow, we've got 146 people watching and we haven't got 100 likes. So it's time to get up to 100 likes. We're doing that thing. We're doing the thing. Okay. Let's push this up to 100 likes. Once we're at 100 likes, I will go back to proper talking about trading and stuff again. But if you are new to the stream and you haven't seen me before, first of all, apologies. My brain is not working particularly well today. I'm a little hungover and very tired. But yeah, do go check out toroscrypto.com. You can find out more about our community there. So if you're interested and you do find what we're talking about useful, we've got a really great community called The Crew. And this is where we do live trading on a daily basis, a couple of live sessions every single day during the week on just trading, kind of like we're doing now, but a lot more serious and actually trying to trade it rather than just talking nonsense. We've got a load of educational videos, so like thousands of hours of that, playbook strategies, things that you can trade every day in, day out. We focus on like low risk, high reward setups. We've got some great partnerships, and this is ExoCharts. So every now and again, we do give away ExoCharts memberships. So this is ExoCharts here. You can go and sign up. Don't want to give away my my credentials for Exo on there because people can then steal my pin or whatever it is on there. But yeah, that's Exo. Let's go back onto this. So this is the platform. They've got a desktop version as well that you can use. Let me just quickly show you. Desktop Pro. I can't show this because it's going to show my token. But yeah, it's exocharts.com. But we are an official partner of theirs, which is very nice. So if you do go onto the ExoCharts website, then look down there. There's us, Taurus Crypto partner. Woo, 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 woo. Stephen, yeah, actual trading, unlike this stream where you're just salty about looking at Hex. Yeah, looking at Hex stopped me from taking the short position that I wanted to take. Thank you for the tip anyway. John Todd, yes. So we can. I will also show you on here. How many likes are we at now? 79. We're still not 100 likes. So I'm going to continue talking about the crew. But for one-to-one mentoring and stuff, you can book them on here. So yeah, go to the website and you can book a session that way. Can you look at Hex order flow, please? I want to see the anti-whale system in all its glory. No. No, Greg. I will not look at Hex order flow. Oh, strings. Sorry. Let's all look at Hex. Yay. No, let's not look at Hex anymore. Let's look at Bitcoin and see where we're going to be going next. So we're into those out of VWAP bands. Did I reset these to the proper ones from yesterday? Mm. Yeah, we're okay on that. I'm going to push down a little bit further. So what we have here, actually, flip things around. I don't think it's likely, but you are getting imbalanced down at the lows here. You are starting to put in quite a lot of short positions. So we could be looking again, just continuing this bounce a little bit higher. So again, that was giving you almost a confirmation there for a long, just from this low that we've put in, having had a decent reaction from this. So maybe we just go for an ABC corrective move, and then we look at taking out the lows in a little bit. I think the daily open would be a good target for this. So now you're coming back into the wick after hitting into the 618. Your invalidation would be down here. My bias is still that we go down further, but what we are seeing at the moment is an opportunity for a long. I don't think it's enough to take as a trade, particularly. You want to get like 0.5% off of that. It's there. It is there. And then you just kind of ABC back in, and then we look at taking the lows after one more bounce. Yeah, DXY is on a mission. How do I build my bias for the day? Good question. I guess I just I have the routine where every morning I'll wake up, I'll look at Bitcoin, see where we're at, see where the levels are lining up, see what seems like the easier kind of setups with the trades that I personally would like to take. The trades I would like to take basically forms my bias for the day. So if I'm seeing a lot of trades with levels above where price is now, which is where we were before, which is why I had a bullish bias going into yesterday, then yeah, it's just where the opportunities lie. Now, having taken out the highs, the opportunity for trades are beneath us, which is why I have a bearish bias for today. But again, once we start to come back down here again, and if we start to hit into those levels, then you've got to think, okay, well, where's the next best trade for this day, and how many trades are we likely to get within that day? So yeah, it's all about just looking at the levels, looking at the market as a whole, understanding that yesterday there were still a lot of things that had gone that we were still waiting for. Most significantly was DXY taking those lows at 101.3, which we knew was very likely to happen. Once we did that, at that stage, that's when I was like, okay, cool, this could now be a significant high that we've put in. So yeah, that's just generally what I tend to do. I'll start by looking at Bitcoin, seeing where the levels line up, and then I'll look to the S&P 500, the ES, the SPX, blah blah blah, the DXY, and I'll see if what we're getting on those markets is basically matching, matching up with what I personally would like to trade. Greg, single prints at the weekly view app, previous day view app as well. Yes. There's a lot of stuff down there. So we do have single prints. Yeah, cool. This would then set up for the 80% setup, of course, so that's why we're seeing a decent bounce at the moment. Having tested previous day high, coming back into daily open, see if we can then roll over, get trapped below previous day high, then we're looking for a move all the way back down. And it's kind of cool. You got the buying tail down there. That is the support that we had until we had that drop. So you got a good opportunity for looking at new trades here, if not already in a short position. Where we at? Where we at? This is all looking okay. So we'll see if we can get a move up. Look for a short, daily open, weekly open. Let's take it down there. P has what? Where are you now? You're 3x on your challenge account, I think. Okay, Tammy, it displays only Bybit orders. Yes. So on desktop, when we're looking at the order flow here, this is Bybit. So what I'm looking at on this is the Bybit. Oh, you can't see the menu as I pull it up. But this is the Bybit BTC USDT pair contract. Loris and John, I do apologize. You don't take it so seriously though. I don't do it often. I'm only messing about. So if you continue complaining, I'll just go back over here and I'll be like, we're still not even at 100 likes anyway. I got to do the likes thing. We've got to get the algos working. I can't just trade serious all the time. Okay. Are we going to get that move back up into daily open? Because that is probably where I would like to take the short. Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's called banter. My banter game is not strong enough for that. It is on some days, but not today. Oh no, Stephen, no. It's that's no, I think it's a fair comment. Because we are here to trade, essentially, so I understand. Enough in the chat, guys. Behave. Everybody behave themselves. Me included. Shall we look at something else? Before people start arguing. Oh, someone asked for dots, didn't they? I've got a random channel on dot, which is strange. The other thing is at the moment, I say it with like I say it with love, but like literally everything looks the same right now, and I just feel it's like sometimes. Let's actually do a little bit on this. So I feel like sometimes I'm just repeating the same thing too much when it comes to a lot of these altcoins. I have ones that I enjoy trading and I like trading, but I don't think DOT is one particularly because it's just following that same thing that a lot of other things are. Um, and it's that same situation where we're starting to consolidate, like significantly consolidate at or just below major resistance. So we've got the monthly level there. We've got this daily order block at the top. So price having come into that, just tapped off of the bottom of that daily level. So we did just tap off the bottom of that. Because I don't want to overcomplicate things on these alts. This is another. The scale of everything right now is crazy. Let's not extend that. So I drew this channel from back here, and we're still in the same one. Okay. I don't know if I like that there, but it's fair enough. Hmm. And it just goes along like the same kind of thing. Like everything right now is so much led by the bigger things. So Bitcoin, the S&P, the DXY. So you're getting that correlation between everything at the moment. And for something like DOT, there's really like a lack of a lack of confluence for anything in particular, unless you're just going for like you just have to mark out the highs and where liquidity is resting on all of these. Because you've got a lot of very similar things that are very, very close together. So on this, if we're looking up, okay, daily order block, we got that little rejection off of that. If we can start to push through there, you're looking to take out these highs, reject off of that. But then as soon as you start to take some of these stops, or not necessarily stops, but look, you're there, and then directly above that there, then you're starting to get a bit of space. So you'd probably say as a bigger move, you'd have to go from this. 0.5. What would you actually realistically have as a target for this? If you're looking at things continuing to move up. Like it's all okay for the downside because you're just basically similar situation to what we have like on a lot of the assets right now. We're just coming down and taking the lows. So just as a trade at the moment, uh, Do you still use your channel deviations often? The 1.13, 1.272, 1.314, I've been enjoying them for the last months and haven't seen them being used anywhere else. Yeah, so I guess if we do draw a fib channel onto this, where would we draw this on dot? Let's find another example. I think we've done enough on dot recently. Because you'd say we're at that major resistance of the monthly, and if we are looking for a short back down, you would just at that stage be looking to take out these. So you got four basically equal lows down here. So you'd be looking for a retrace off of that. Does this all start to line up again together here? Yes, there's probably something harmonic that we can get. You got a little gap in the chart down here, so looking down towards like $5.88.5, maybe that anchored VWAP starts to come into play at that stage. Where's your POC? It's all the way up there. That's probably not what you're looking for. I'm stuck for ideas on dot. ETHW is annoying. So I was in that long position that earlier, closed out of that because we started to break down, and now it's pumping again. Yay. Channel extensions. So I look at the fib extensions a lot. There's not too much stuff that's trading within a sideways channel at the moment. Everything's sloping up. We can start to look at the one-to-ones. Like Gala's quite a nice one for that. Because that's where we came into the one-to-one there. And if we are going to go sideways, fib channel, from this initial move, how's it playing out on here? I haven't used these for a while. Yikes. So you got your negative 618 there. Yeah, it's something that I probably have to look at something specific that maybe is trading quite nicely towards something like that. I want to get back that other channel on this. Oh, where is it there? Oh, we are getting that move back into the daily open. Are we? TJ, how about that coin bonk? Can I take a look? Yes, I will have a look. On the ES1 4-hour chart, I have a 4-hour downward sloping channel on which they work quite well. Cool. Are you looking at something 4-hour? Let's go and bonk. What's it up to? I think it's a similar idea, similar kind of plan on this to what I was talking about yesterday and what I tweeted is looking for. So the fact that it's been holding this value area low. So you had that SFP off of the lows here, you come back into the golden pocket, get a decent bounce. We're still maintaining holding above value area low here. And if it can start to break out, your POC is looking pretty good for a move up. But ultimately, I think this is one of those that's just once you start to break through this downtrend that it's been in, and something called bonk is just going to, potentially just pick up a lot of very low liquidity, very low volume. It's one of those that can just get hyped up a lot. So one that's like a position trade, see where it can run. But certainly you'll be looking at that POC as an initial area to be looking at for resistance there. Also from the 4 hour, you've got that 4 hour AB just below there. But yeah, you're looking at, well, basically 0.001, 0.1 cents daily AB that's within that same area with a daily level just above it. BTC at daily, thank you. So as a little short position, yes. What we've done. So ES has just taken the high. Okay, cool. We've got some actual stuff going on. That must have been ES taking the high. Yes, it is. Cool. Right. Good. Let's see how this gets along here then. So we have Bitcoin coming back in to test daily point of control, daily open. We've just had ES taking out the highs. We have some stuff that we can talk about. We go on to the very low time frames. There's your 1-to-1, just as this little move. So as a little, ABCD corrective move after a bit of a breakdown earlier on. This is where you'd start to look for those short positions again. Are we getting a lot of longs opening up into it? Not particularly. This is where order flow becomes really quite useful because it's all internal stuff. Without seeing like the confirmation for being able to get into this trade, which as of yet there is none, it doesn't look like we've got a particularly good low down there, but there's not really anything to suggest that this is losing the momentum just yet to get into that short. We'll see what happens. Daily open obviously is a good level to be looking at, but we've got that POC just above there. So 23,800. So this is where I'd start to consider these shorts. Let's see. Just gonna get it ready just so I can mark it in. SPX going bananas. Why don't I have synthetic volume on this either? Let's just watch this for a little bit longer. DXY pulling back again. Now you're getting those longs opening up. Yeah, as of yet, still no confirmation to like enter into a scalp position to look for lower yet. What's the invalidation of the daily open? I mean, at the moment, there's been no trigger to take a trade. So it was an area that we were looking at with interest, but there's been absolutely no trigger to take a trade off of that yet. Golden pocket from this. Right there, aren't we? I mean, London highs would be the invalidation off of this if there is a short position that we're looking at. Our POC's just moved down. Okay, cool. All right. I'm gonna go for it. But what is making me a little concerned is if we are seeing this strength still from ES. ESPX. Because now what we have is, whoop, this is all lining up quite nicely. So right now we have the setup, but we don't have the confirmation that this is gonna, or a lot of confirmation that this is gonna work out. So much more comfortable taking long positions right now, just the way that the market is. I feel kind of calm on long positions. If we do get a pullback into the monthly, I'd be much more confident on taking a long from there. Aladdin, be aware, value area high, golden pocket 23,985. We do have some nice liquidity just below golden pocket. Yeah, well, that's initially where I wanted to get the short from. So if we are going to get a move up to there, this is the problem. This is the problem because my plan for the day was like literally right there. That's what I was looking at. So 23,998, 23,985, that kind of zone, 24K even is where that was the plan for today. I wanted to see a move up into that, which is why I wasn't really able to get into that short position earlier. So now if I'm short here, looking for lower already, then this is where it starts to become a little bit annoying because this is trading. You can be validated off of one idea and then immediately you can come into another setup. But you just got to take what's in front of you at the moment. And right now, I feel the probability of a short here is okay. But I'm also not seeing anything that I really like based on this chart here. Now we're getting all these shorts opening up into this. That would be very like unusual. Not not out of the question, but it would be unusual price action to get if we are to get a continued move up here and then we come back down into these lows. We've already been able, but you've had plenty of reward off of that so far. Don't like this short. I'm not feeling this at all. What's going on here? Why can't I? What's this mean? Oh, connecting. I'm not going for it. I'm out of that. I don't like what I'm seeing there for sure. So now we're going back to the original where the alerts were placed earlier. Back into VWAP. Shiva, yeah, I do have targets. So what I often do, I will. So I just have an account size that I tend to trade with. It's not so much that I have a set target per week for trading, but I'll use like the same account size, and the profits that I will take out, move that into spot. So my actual derivatives trading is just a set account size that I just trade with the same amount every week, and then it keeps the position sizes that I'm using the same. And from that, then I grow my spot account from there. But yeah, I don't do targets and stuff. I'm not a big planner. So it's not one of my strong things. I probably would trade a lot better if I did like have a set amount. Why don't I compound my trading account? I just I don't like doing that because it's yeah, I just keep my trading very, very simple. So if I've been doing really well and I want to like increase size, I'll just keep that account size for a while, something that I feel comfortable with. I know the lot sizes that I'm going to be taking. I know the position sizes that I'm going to be taking for what kind of trade. The problem is when you start to compound a trading account like on derivatives, then you've got to start calculating your position sizes a lot more. And for me, that's just too much extra work because I'm not good at journaling anyway. I'm the kind of person that will journal for a few weeks. And then once I miss a day and then I've got to start looking back at things again, I end up losing it. And it's the same with like if I'm using a diary or something, I'm terrible at keeping up with that. So I just try and keep things as consistent as possible. Just keep that habit there where I don't need to think about how this is going to affect my position sizes, how this is going to affect everything. And this is why I play a lot with the altcoins as well, because that's what I then start to compound. is my trading account is, say, the same every week, and I'm looking to basically extract profit from the market each week, a similar kind of amount based on how the trading goes. The profit that I do make, I take that out, and then I start to put that in to basically portfolio manage, and that's what then gets me like the exponential compounding returns off of stuff. And it's a bit of fun as well, because then you're just using your trading profits and you're throwing it into stuff that's like position trades, so stuff like Aptos and other things. For example, QNT, those kind of small caps. Herbert, you can just make a simple position size calculator and input the stop loss distance to get the right size quickly. Yes, I know you can. It's also really nice on in Silico, because I use in Silico to trade. You can just use, so it will tell you the percent of your trading account that you're using. So it is easy to do, but just for me, personal preference is not something. Yeah, I don't. As a main account, I don't continue to grow and grow and grow that. I will like look at it periodically, and then I'm like, okay, cool, I'm ready to. Let's say I was trading a 10K account for a few months, and I'm consistently making 5-6K a month, a week, or whatever on that account. Then I might start to think, okay, I'm ready to scale this up. I want to double that to like a 20K account, and then I have those kind of targets that move from there. Just a nice way for me to keep it all managed. And then if I have a really bad week, then I know I'm only losing so much. So you can have a bad week of trading, you can lose your account, not that, yeah, or lose a part of that account, and you know that it's not like you've only lost a week's worth of work at that stage. You're not like damaging all of the hard work that you've done previously by growing an account too quickly. That sort of stuff messes with your head, because if you have a really good week and it's followed by a really bad week, and then you're undoing like 4 or 5 weeks worth of work or whatever, it's that's when things can start to get messy. I think I might wrap up this stream in a minute. This platform is ExoCharts. So yeah, just going back to the plan, the better trades for myself, 24K short. And if we move down, single prints, monthly level, long. Stuff that's in here, as quite often. We are the to execute trades in Silico. In Silico terminal is what I use. And I would thoroughly recommend that as a terminal. It's very nice. Teal Street is also very good. So yeah, I think that's my recap, right? Yeah. Tiger Trade. I've not used Tiger Trade. I can, where's this? I could share my no, where is it? Right, yeah, I'm gonna grab some lunch. I'm tired today. So I will see. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I know the price action this session's been, yeah, but yeah, thank you, and I will see you very soon. Oh my god, I can't even speak. All right, cheers, everyone. Bye, bye, bye.